The Chief Secretary of Goa has today heard arguments on the appeal filed by me against the order that was passed by the Excise Commissioner in the Silly Souls case. The Chief Secretary has heard the arguments and he has directed me, the appellant, and the respondent to file their written submissions, and the Chief Secretary has kept it for further arguments and on 23rd of March in the afternoon. I explained to the Chief Secretary today that the main challenge in this appeal filed by me is that the license given to the Silly Souls Cafe and Bar was obtained fraudulently by misleading the authorities. In the first place, the excise license was given in the name of Anthony de Gama. It was later renewed in a dead man's name. But the main objection is that though the excise license was in the name of Anthony de Gama, the food and drugs license and GST number was all in the name of 8 All Company, of which is being run by Zubin Irani, the husband of Union Women and Child Minister Smriti Irani. So that was the fraud, and in fact, I've explained to the Chief Secretary that this Silly Souls restaurant was never run by Anthony de Gama. In fact, the advocate for Anthony de Gama's family today claimed that it was Anthony de Gama's family that was running the restaurant, which is a total lie because the records speak for itself. All the GST, the GST number, the food and drugs is all in the name of 8 All Company, and there is also a lease agreement showing that this premises was leased to 8 All Company, which is owned by Smriti Irani. The premises were leased by the family of Anthony Gama for a monthly rent of 50,000 a month. So all these are part of the records, and I have also explained to the Chief Secretary that the main challenge in my appeal is because the whole license was obtained by fraud. It was renewed in a dead man's name. The license is also part of the Portuguese asset is totally wrong. The license, as per the Excise Act, is something personal and in the name of the person to whom it is issued, and it is not part of the assets of the family. I have also explained to the Excise Commissioner that the law in Goa is before an excise license is issued, that there has to be a running restaurant. In this case, there was no restaurant when the excise license was issued. So all this has to be examined by the Chief Secretary because this Silly Souls matter has gone now for too long. The law has to be settled once for all, and I hope by the end of next month somehow this issue will come to a conclusion, because the whole fraud committed by the Smriti Irani's family in conjunction with the family of Anthony Gama is very blatant. So this cannot go on. Nobody is above the law, and the rule of law has to prevail at all times.
So next hearing at the final order.
No, he has heard arguments today, and he has heard, in fact, extensive arguments today, and he has directed us both to exchange our written submissions. So I have to submit my written submissions to the Chief Secretary's office after giving a copy to the other side by next week, and Anthony de Gama's family will file their written submissions by the 20th of March, and the Chief Secretary will hear any clarifications and final submissions on the 23rd of March.
What was the argument of the advocate of opponent?
These arguments were the same as what he argued before the excise thing, that the license is part of the family asset, all that inventory proceedings and all that. See, this is not a regular license. This is a license which was obtained by fraud, and the fraud is more blatant because we have to understand one thing: the excise license is in the name of Anthony Gama, but all the other licenses All the other licenses are in the name of 8 All Company, which is owned by the family of Smriti Irani. So the law has been breached there. And Smriti Irani's family has misused their power to run this restaurant illegally, having the excise license in somebody else's name. The GST number and the food and drugs license is all in the name of that 8 All Company, of which is being run by Zubin Irani.